Do you have the egg yet? Remember, my life is on the line. Oh, my little egg! I've been so worried. The bad people didn't hurt you, did they? Where did you find it? Did you bring justice to the thieves? Ah, so it was Saltjaw. I should have known that scum was behind it. He's been pestering me for years, begging for an egg. Even ones with tadpoles that showed no promise. He's got it into his head that he'd be a father. Can you believe that? A scourge of the seas, a father? I didn't laugh in his face only because I despise him too much. But I'll admit he fooled me. I thought he was too stupid for such a bold theft, so I never even suspected him. Ah, well, at least the matter is settled and the egg is safe with me again. Here is the reward I promised.
Alright, let me figure out how to get to where I'm supposed to be going. I'm going to deal with first. You have a good time with that. Really? Push me. Oh, there you go. Actually had a decent amount of loot. Had a decent amount of loot. I still haven't heard that. There. Okay. Okay. Alright. It's inside. There you go. It's inside the rock. That's what the problem is. The thing that's looking at is the geometry of the rock. Yeah, I'm picking. think I need to get out of here actually. Outside. Back up. Side of the Stop. Hey, Val, how you doing? How'd you make it? I just walked into it. Walked into that. I meant to check where I was going first. But that's okay, it turns out. As it turns out, that's where if I'm gonna miss fire magic accidentally, I might as well hit something. Oh, I got poison. I know that. Got him. I know. Nice. Nice. What you having for breakfast? That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome, though. That's a great breakfast. Heal up a little bit after that. I think there's nothing I can do with that. Let's check it out. Maybe I've done enough with that. Specific about breathing underwater. I don't spend a lot of time underwater. Oh. Okay. Too broke to interact with that.
What is it, Toplander? If you need it, do not touch the door.
This quest I'm on is the only one I have left. For the people around here. The only one I have left for the people around here, so if this doesn't work. Yeah, I kinda don't like having to do all the side quests for everybody before I can progress the main story. That's kind of annoying actually. I'd rather have that be optional. I want to go in there underleveled and underprepared. Let me do it. I've also done lots. Oh, there was actually loot in there that I missed. Hey, how you doing? You don't. An obnoxious meal. I'm looking at my map trying to figure out where I'm going. The Bastard's Lair. That sounds like a really pleasant place. I'm doing alright. And you die, awesome. Alright. Nope. No, you. No, you at all. Okay. Wait, done. It's less annoying. It's a little less annoying that he's a damage soak like everything else down here than it is that he's hopping all over the place the entire time. I guess your tactic is to annoy the crap out of me by hopping all over the place and making yourself impossible to hit. Not like you can hurt me much. And then I also have my friends there. The only thing that's really doing is making an already annoying fight more. Fine, have it your way then. Yeah, he was definitely more annoying than anything. That was a boss fight, but yeah, like I said, more annoying than actually dangerous. Mostly annoying because he keeps hopping all over the place and making it hard to hit him. Like it can hurt me much, and
Ooh,
I also have the
You
minions.
look weird. Mummy let you out. Mummy never lets anyone out. Was it because of how weird you look? Dead? Why? She was fine just a while ago. Yelled at me not to get on the foot, so I left. I never should have left. You killed Mummy. Why would you do that? What will happen to me now? Oh, yeah. She did that. But I thought she was the strongest. No one ever left before. Maybe you're right. There was always someone taking care of me. First it was Mr. Apps and the carers, and then Mummy. Maybe my new Mummy will be nice to me. No one has ever been nice to me. Yes, you're right. I'll wait here for her. And if she never comes, I'll find her myself.
Sure, random, whatever you want. Yuda. One more. There you go. And stay dead this time. Alright, I'm out of here.
still one, here at the bottom. So big, so ugly, so beautiful.
I should mount it. Yes, where everyone can see. No more.
Balls is stupid, balls is weak. They will look.
And they will tremble. Here's your reward, Toplander. This is yours, but the glory. The glory is ours.
The Scions have no children. A child is weak. And what is weak is eaten. I know, I've seen it. And Finbleds are the weakest. We are food to them, not brood. How should I know? Us and the Scions are of the same father. But we are not like them. I don't know what goes through their heads. If anything does. It is a curiosity, yes. But Saras is full of curiosities. Not all of them are worth my notice. There are many Finbleds in the sea, and there will be many more. Me? Why me? I have a business to run. Knowledge to gather.
Hey, Iski.
What
How'd you
use
make
do
it?
I have for a child?
Yeah, that's a good. That's good. I appreciate you being here. It's good that you're not paying attention, and I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I'm trying to finish this up actually.
Bad? Why bad? He's free now. Free to roam.
It made me do a bunch of
free
side
to
stuff.
search. No need to prove himself. He might go wild. He might get eaten.
And I appreciate you coming by and having the stream up and stuff.
Something. Maybe even himself. We all belong to the sea. And the
It is
sea
a
provides
very
what we need. Nothing more.
Yeah, it is
and
very
nothing
good
less.
sized and well worth it. Well worth the money.
You've given me a gift. I will treasure it.
Definitely good sized. I think I've been working on this for
I
a week or
need to
so.
put it away. See that it sits neatly. Come back later when I have room for more. Show me yours, and I'll show you mine.
Yeah, I think it was worth the money for sure. I like the fact that these devs actually made it worth my money for me to buy the DLC. It's a pretty good sized chunk of content.
Don't let the current...
Alright, now I should actually be able to upgrade that armor like I was trying to do earlier. Those things need to go in my stash.
Toplander. I keep the sea secrets, but some I sell.
I got a bunch of money and then immediately spent it all upgrading my armor.
Don't let the current snatch you.
I have 21 gold, but I did upgrade my shoes. Okay. Did what I could for the villagers. Yep. They wanted me to do all the side things first. All the side stuff. That was nice.
What is it, Toplander? Most of the villagers speak very highly of you, that is true. It is clear you have taken my words to heart. Yet, one of them has come to me accusing you of a crime against knowledge. That I cannot tell you. I am sworn to secrecy. I do not know your character well, Toplander. You might be prone to anger, thirsty for revenge. I would rather avoid senseless bloodshed. It is not an accusation to take lightly, Toplander. If proven, it warrants exile from our community. You are accused of being deliberately misleading when sharing your knowledge. No, not unless you prove your innocence. I am sorry, Toplander, but such is the law of this land. There is only one way to clear your name beyond any doubt. You need to stand before the Barnacles speaking of lies. They will judge whether the accusation has merit, and their word cannot be contested. But beware, Toplander. Those whom the Barnacles judge liars meet a tragic end. Then you will return safely, and I will allow you entry to the archive. You should know by now that knowledge and truth carry special weight here. The Barnacles are the only beings who can tell whether those principles were broken. They are both feared and valued. Show them respect, whatever their form. Good. I will await your return, Toplander. That is, if you make it back.
Always one more thing. One more thing. I just spent the last, 3 sessions doing the last thing. And the last thing was all-encompassing. Do all the side shit for all the people to make them happy so they like you.
A Toplander approaches.
2 of them even.
A big one, hidden inside a smaller one. How odd. How unusual.
Have you come for judgment, Toplanders?
Give us all your lies. And all your truths.
We can tell which is which, though you may not like what we say. Your steps are heavy, weighted, weary, old.
And you are full of lies.
Lies told to others, and many, oh so many, told to yourself. Too many lies for one small Toplander.
We have a piece of advice for you, big Toplander.
You can say them until your voice is hoarse, and the words taste like ashes of what they once were. Yet, they will never become truth.
We are the Barnacles, speaking of lies. We know all the lies, the small ones.
I didn't have time. Of course I remember. No, I don't mind.
And the big ones. You're the only one that matters. Everything will be alright. It wasn't my fault. Oh, the Toplanders wish to know our credentials.
How amusing. Very well.
We come from the primordial depths.
We emerged from a darkness so absolute it became luminous.
We drank our knowledge from the bones of the world.
We sucked them dry of all their gentlest matter until they rang hollow.
They still do. Not that you can tell.
And now we're here, ready for your judgment.
Satisfied? Oh, that is very easy.
Be born with the world.
Slip your tendrils into its every crevice.
Grow 1,000 eyes to peek into its most jealously guarded secrets.
Soak up every word ever spoken,
Thought,
felt.
and you'll learn how to tell the truth from a lie in no time.
Oh, we know. We know.
Brought by none other than the shell named Hiss.
The shell named Envy.
The shell named Greed.
But an accusation is an accusation, and it must be considered. You told Hiss that you have a mission here. That you wish to seek knowledge.
He claims it was false. For why would you search for knowledge here if all of it can be found on the surface?
Yes, sadly, 2 Toplanders have descended from the surface. One of them, even, of a certain repute among us.
And yet, this is what we are to pass judgment over. Disappointing.
We know. So, he's told a lie to himself. How very surface-like of him.
But you never disabused him of it, did you?
Isn't that a lie of omission? A boring one, but terribly common. No, that only makes him arrogant.
And a little bit foolish.
Oh, what a pickle.
Eons upon eons on the bottom of the sea, and yet never before have we felt like
Our time was being wasted. One conversation was all that was needed. Not us. We will pass no judgment on this. You may walk freely. No need. Toplanders, no need.
this is not the end, only an end.
What goes up must come down, after all.
You'd know something about that, wouldn't you, big Toplander?
You who bury your truths down, down, down. Pesky little things. If only they stayed where you put them.
But no, they crawl back up from their waterlogged graves, sink their claws into you, and try to drag you back down with them.
Perhaps you should let them. Have you thought of that? Maybe then you'd finally learn something. Leave us now, Toplanders. We are done with you.
As different as they are, there's a great deal of humanity in them, although some of it ugly. Pettiness, selfishness, arrogance. And yet it's more peaceful than anything I've seen on Avalon or in the homelands. They're bound by a single purpose, one that unites them as much as it divides them. A community built around one goal. I find that admirable. There are times when lies are necessary, but you're right. They make a foundation that crumbles too easily. I wonder what would happen if the people here learned the truth. I'm afraid it would break them in ways that couldn't be mended. Your faith in people is admirable, my friend, if a tad naive. And yet I wish what you're saying could be true. I'm tired of looking at ruins. We have to hope something better can be built on them.
You spoke to the barnacles and came back in one piece. That means you've proven your innocence beyond any doubt. I admit, I'm glad that's the case. All important news in Saras is carried everywhere by the currents. And no small amount of gossip, too. Thank you for your honesty, Toplander. The Barnacles are the final jury in such matters. If they cannot pass judgment, your knowledge lies beyond even their understanding. If anything, that only strengthens my decision that you are worthy of entry. You may go in. The door will remain open to you, and only you. It is an honor I grant with a glad heart.
No idle chit-chat. I know who you are. And I know what you wish me to do. But I cannot do it while the place I am bound to keep is sinking into chaos. All this is your doing, so let us skip the pleasantries. I have neither the time nor the wish for courtesy in these circumstances. Your assumption is accurate. First you help me, then you may ask, and I shall judge the outcome of your actions. Then and only then will you have my answer. That is my offer. Take it or leave here forever. Somebody needs to restore order to this place. And if it isn't you, the very cause of this disorder, then the responsibility will fall upon my shoulders. And I assure you, I won't have time to play the organ anytime soon after that. I need the chaos you've brought here to finally settle. This is a matter of the highest importance. But before you begin restoring order, you must be ready to leave the world you know behind. You can't be distracted by unfinished business. You must enter my after images with a clear mind. You will enter the after images. Within them, you'll make the changes needed to bring back the old order. Only then will I deem you worthy to continue your mission. That is understandable, considering that the world as we know it might change when you walk out of the after images. But do not delay. The archive must be brought back to order. Tell me the moment you are ready. Here you are. I know who sent you to me, Toplander. And I know about your mission. But you cannot demand anything of me until you help me bring order to the chaos that followed your arrival. Ask them. I never refuse knowledge to those I have allowed into my presence. That was not my decision, although I know they think otherwise. I suspect it was Rueko's idea to tell them that entry is granted only after gathering enough knowledge. I suppose she wished to spare her kin from certain death, while still urging them to grow. I am not capable of such multifaceted thinking for the sake of lesser creatures. I carry too much knowledge to trouble myself with worldly concerns. Ah, my archive. It is extraordinary. I am certain it is the only one in all the known and unknown universe. Here, knowledge gathers about everything you might wish to know, and much you might wish you didn't. I am but a humble servant of the Lord of the Seas. I oversee the knowledge stored within the archive, but to know it fully is impossible. Here you will find everything. That is why you must always know what it is you seek. In theory, yes. But the truth is, well, you will see it for yourself when you enter the after images and begin restoring order. Every gesture, yours or those of the creatures you meet, shapes destiny. You may even begin to question whether destiny exists at all, when there are so many variables and endless possibilities. I was chosen and anointed by him. He came to me when my spirit was wandering aimlessly, searching for knowledge. He showed me the truth about everything, about Avalon, its people, King Arthur, the weirdness. Now I know that the island I once thought was my whole world is but a small ripple in the untamable current of time. Nothing human should concern me anymore, not after what the Lord has shown me. They are places tainted by chaos, places that must be set back in order, visions of the past, the present, and the future. What has already happened, what is happening now, and what was meant to happen. They were entrusted to me by the Lord of the Seas himself. Your arrival has changed the after images. They now show new things, different things. The knowledge I had gathered through them has become useless. This is unacceptable. Ask them. I never refuse knowledge. Are you certain? Remember, there will be no room for the world as you know it may change. Finally. Then I will open the door and let you face everything the after images have to offer. While you are there, I must remain in meditation, so the disturbance will not spread further as you meddle with it. I will know when you are done. When you return, we shall speak of your mission. Follow the path of knowledge, and you will always reach your destination.
Anyway. No, not me. Oh, not me.
Stand down, Captain. Turn back now, and perhaps Arthur will reconsider branding you a traitor.
I'm long past caring what he thinks. Besides, being called a traitor by our king almost feels like a badge of honor.
Insolent knave! Do you truly think Nimue will save you? She only kept her neck because she's Merlin's precious pupil. You are nothing.
Look, I've no quarrel with you, Sir Knight. I'd rather be far away from your lot. But alas, I need Nimue for that. So either get out of my way or say a prayer to the All-Mother.
I see fear in your face.
I want to see you hang right next to that traitorous bitch.
I've had worse.
Traitors don't get mercy.
Your armor will
Thank you for the rescue, Captain. I won't ask if you understand the consequences. I'm not as foolish as your peers would like to believe. Since you've already stained your hands with the blood of the Knights of the Round Table, does that mean you've made your choice?
Most of my peers were annihilated by those four-armed demons. At least the ones I give a damn about. Watching your quartermaster get ripped apart gives you perspective. A shitty bloody perspective, but a perspective nonetheless.
It does, doesn't it? As for me, I've known nothing else. I don't remember my parents, but I remember the first Four-Dweller I ever saw. I may have been born here, but Avalon never felt like home to me. We have to face facts. This war is futile, and it's only costing us more lives. It's time we went home. Our true home. The one we so recklessly abandoned.
Recklessly, huh? Sometimes I forget your lot doesn't remember the Red Death. Doesn't even know it, really.
The Red Death...
Let me finish, before you say something stupid that makes me toss you back into that cell. I'm talking about perspective. The way I see it, coming to Avalon, we traded one hell for another. But the one before, at least it was ours. Avalon isn't, and I doubt it ever will be.
Then you'll help us. You'll command the fleet again.
Aye, I will. Steering the ships back to the homelands won't be easy, but people say you're powerful enough to make it happen. I don't want to die in this wretched, miserable land. Cursed by an enemy that will never stop hating us.
You won't, Captain. I swear it. I'll see to it we all live to see the shores of the homelands, whether for the first time, or once again.
You shouldn't promise things like that. Now I'll have to hold you to it. Still, you've got me. I'll do everything I can to make sure you deliver.
Alright, next. Let's go. Let's see what fresh hell it's going to unleash on me this time.
Merlin, where are you? Oh, I swear if this is another one of your lessons... Merlin, I don't have time for your games!
That, my dear, was a threshold warden. Not so easy to defeat, wouldn't you say? They're beings created to maintain order between worlds. Even King Arthur himself once struggled to win a duel against one. I wanted to show you what you might face if you continue with your plan to leave Avalon. There's no telling how many of them may be waiting on the shores of the homelands.
And that foolish duel with an illusion was supposed to scare me. I've outgrown your games, Merlin. I'm no longer a little girl who needs to be tested with elaborate, impossible challenges. Even if creatures like the Threshold Wardens exist, I won't be facing them alone. I made up my mind. I'm sailing to the homelands.
Nimue, child. You're making a mistake.
Don't call me a child! I'm not making a mistake. I'm fixing yours. I know you thought you were doing the right thing by coming to this island, but the things you and Arthur do now are horrifying. You call it survival, but you're killing the very world you claim to save. You bend life and death to your will and call it wisdom. But all I see is madness, dressed as progress. Even if you somehow made Avalon habitable, you're building its foundations on piles of sacrificed bodies. And how exactly does that make us any different from the Four Dwellers? How could anyone live here, knowing what we know?
I know this war has been long. I'm not proud of everything we've done, but it was necessary for all survival. Yes, blood was spilled, but the land will absorb it and will honor it by building something new. We're so close to victory. Arthur and I are working tirelessly on a solution that will give us an edge. You just need to trust us. Trust me.
Oh, the solution, of course. Your vile, immoral experiments you wanted me to take part in. You know my answer, Master Merlin. For me, the cost outweighs the gain. So let me say it again. You can imprison me, you can try to persuade or intimidate me. I still won't help you. These things you have planned won't bring us victory. They'll only rewrite the future into something far worse than you can imagine. They break the cycle of nature itself, and that break will be paid for by generations not yet born. So yes, my only solution is to go back home.
The homelands are not your home. For you, they're a fantasy so far removed from reality that you can't even comprehend it. Do you think people chose to leave everything they knew on a whim? The Red Death was killing us. We were drowning in blood, pus, and corpses. That's what you want to go back to.
How is that any different from what's happening here? I've watched people die to this senseless war, to the weirdness, since the day I was born. And plagues come and go. It's been years. How do you even know the Red Death is still there?
I see you won't listen to reason.
I could say the same about you. Stay and rot on this island if that's what you wish, but I'm done. You and your precious Arthur can do whatever you please. I want no parts in it anymore. We're going home, and you won't stop us.
That's where you're wrong. Your rebellion ends here, Nimue. Perhaps sometime in a cell will cool your temper.
What? No, you can't!
I can, and I will. Trust me. This is for your own good.
His poor wife. I hope she found some solace. You would have died screaming if the Red Death had got you. This inn was merciful, believe me.
Merlin, my scouts reported back about Lear and Nimue's rebellion. They're trying to sabotage the iron shipments from the Forlorn Swords. They say their demand is that Saris and the other ships be allowed to sail away from Avalon. Are they out of their minds? How can they be so oblivious to the dangers we left in the homelands? I held children dying of the Red Death in my arms. I watched them go stiff and cold. And then I myself carried them to the pyres. The homelands are ruined, poisoned. A graveyard soaked in the blood of those we had to leave behind. And they want to go back and weaken our forces in the process.
My king, I agree. This is suicide. The homeland's not a place to return to. They're a tomb. And yet, Nimue, Lear, and the other rebels refuse to see reason.
On that we agree. I've had enough of ordering men to die. But if they choose to go, I'll let them. Let them choose their fate. Let them swim that sea for what it is. If they refuse to believe the danger, let them learn it on their own skin. I'm tired, Merlin. Tired of proving to everyone that we have no home to return to.
Nimue is young, full of dangerous hope. She can be guided, tempered. They can all be kept here and given purpose. There must be another way. A better way than simply letting them die for daring to hold their own opinions in the middle of a war.
Another way? How many more have we lost while we wait for another way? I know what drives them. I've also looked into faces hollowed by hunger, smoke, and fever. And I know what Nimue thinks of our efforts to keep Avalon safe for centuries to come. Yet if she can't see the reason behind all the sacrifices we made to make Avalon our home, if she cannot accept that war is never a clean affair, then perhaps it is best to let her die along with her idealistic views. If it costs me my peace, so be it. Give them Saras. Give them 2 more ships. Send them off. Let them find out for themselves.
You would send them to die just to prove there's no way back to the homelands?
No. I'd make an example of them. They cannot defy our decisions and
Hey,
fight us.
Diva. How'd you make it?
The real
How you doing?
enemy is in front of us, not among us. That said, I will not be the king who stole their last act of defiance. And if they die in the process, that's their choice.
My king, let me speak with her one more time.
Do as you wish. She's your responsibility. You know my mind. Give them ships. Burn the rest. I have a war to finish.
When Nimue and Captain Lear set sail for the homelands with the rebels, Merlin did the only thing he could to save them. Through a powerful spell, he sealed the entire fleet, drawing on Nimue's magical potential as its source of power.
And she likes your
Flashes
shoes,
of
huh?
light tore through the storm as the ships vanished beneath the raging sea, swallowed by the depths before anyone could understand what had happened. To the world, it looked like mass murder, a cruel
That's your wear your
punishment for
shoes all the
desertion.
time.
But in truth, Merlin had saved them, allowing Saras to become its own kingdom, far from the weirdness and the dangers of Avalon.
That's cute. Here, I brought you your shoes. Let me show you how to put them on.
You're back, child of the surface. I sensed you restoring order to the after images. The calm I feel now tells me that all is correct. Everything is back where it belongs. Thank you for intervening.
So I think I'm getting close to the end of the DLC, I think. Not sure though.
A war story, you say? Fascinating. I had no idea they would show themselves to you that way. I have no access to the contents of an after-image once it has changed, so I cannot say what you are shown. I can sense the after-images as if they were parts of my own body. I know where it hurts, but not why, and I cannot heal myself. I trusted it wouldn't happen, and here you are, safe and sound before me. I didn't know exactly what cleaning up the after-images would entail. Never before had they been in such disarray. Therefore, I assumed the one whose arrival caused those changes would also be able to restore the old order. Yes, I will honor Josephus's request. Now that the after-images are in order, I can leave my post. The melody of the organ will sound again, and Captain Lear will wake. I only hope you know what that entails.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back in just a minute. I need the restroom. Alright, I'm back.
That has been my suspicion from the moment we set foot here. This place hums with magic, but it isn't the weirdness. I only needed proof.
She's a cutie.
I just didn't expect it to come through Merlin's own memories.
She's a cutie.
He did, just in his own way. He had a
He looks
habit
happy.
of doing that.
That's good.
I told him to sink the ships, and he did. But he also saved Nimue and the rebels because he wished to. And if that act gave rise to this whole kingdom around us, well, perhaps it turned out for the best, for Saris and its people. Though I wonder what fate awaits them when we need to reclaim the fleet for Avalon. When that time comes, I trust you'll make the right
Nice.
choice. It seems I did.
Of course she's
I can't
happy.
fully explain why. I'm still not entirely myself. But I can understand it. In wartime, showing mercy to deserters wasn't a luxury I could afford. The war was nearing its end, true, but we still couldn't risk losing a single sword. By letting some sail and sinking the rest, I prevented more from fleeing, and, in a way, proved that I respected my people's choices, no matter the cost.
This one is glad that you might witness this apocal work. The folk of Tungo departed into the bosom of the Lord of the Depths, and this one absorbed their knowledge. So much knowledge. It was destiny, and destiny must not be denied. Had this one not carried out the slaughter, some other gatherer of knowledge would have done so. Only one who has amassed sufficiently great knowledge may attempt to seize it from others. This one was ready to submit to the trial.
I figured that guy was up to no good.
Ruako is of no consequence. Ruako was only the voice of Urkel, who set the law of gathering knowledge. The archive itself will decide whether one has gathered enough knowledge and is worthy to cross the threshold. This one is convinced that he will prove worthy. The Toplander again tries to speak falsehoods and defile this one's knowledge. This one will never believe that the sacrifice he made to prove himself worthy of entering the archive was in vain. Urkel never abandons his post. That is common knowledge. So, once again, you tried to deceive this one. But this time, this one needs no barnacles to know he is right. Knowledge is our currency, Toplander, and this one has made an investment, taking upon himself the responsibility of gathering the knowledge of all Tumbo's inhabitants. Perhaps others believed that knowledge was a purpose and a mission, but this one quickly learned that faith has nothing to do with it. Maybe Urkel truly is not in the archive, but that does not change the fact that Tumbo's knowledge already resides within this one. This one will wait patiently for the Guardian of the Archive to return. Time cannot be reversed, and what has happened cannot be undone. The investment will not go to waste.
Hey, Lenny. Glad you could make it. I did have a pretty decent night, thank you. I hope you had a good night too.
This one expected that a hot-blooded this one will gladly accept the Toplanders. After the Toplander who has already visited the archive is defeated, the
That's good, Lenny. I'm glad to hear that. Sounds like he's recovering well. I like lasagna. Good stuff. I'd have done that, asshole. I figured that fucker was up to no good. Turns out I was right. Turns out he was up to no good. you die, you die, and you die. I are in the way. Save again.
Welcome, child of the surface. Everyone is ready to play. Thanks to you. But tell me, are you ready? From where you're headed, there is no return. You will go back to the surface. And we will face the consequences of what is decided in Lady Nimwe's chamber.
I hope you had a good night, Lonnie. I'm glad you were able to make it here today.
The melody of the organ will resonate through all of Saras, carrying the promise of change. Its sound will awaken our captain, Lear, the one charged with Lady Nimwe's protection, the one who calls to you, and to him, within you. I can't tell you more than what you'll learn from Apps and Erkal. I served under him when he was still in his prime, but I wasn't there for his downfall. All I know is that little remains of the Captain Lear I once knew. Nothing human, at least. One way or another, you'll have to face him. It's the only path to Lady Nimwe's chamber.
Yeah, I think I'm almost done.
Of course, child of the surface.
Yeah, I think I'm almost done with the DLC.
And you, King Arthur. You who,
sounds like it's wrapping up,
became the reason this realm was born. You who granted us both the grace and the curse of eternal life. All of this is your doing, Arthur. I would not presume to guess at Lady Nimwe's intentions, but I believe you will find the answers you seek, if you are willing to ask them yourself. This is why I gathered the remaining organists.
Welcome back, Tifa.
You will learn in time. Perhaps we'll meet again. And when we do, I'll have your answer. But that depends on the choice you make in Lady Nimwe's chamber. Excellent. Gather, my brothers. It is time to awaken our captain. This sound. Saras has not heard it since the day it was born. It will be glorious.
I see. Trying to do too much in your phone through a fit. It's good to restart the phone every so often anyway. Nice, nice.
Traitor, it was your command that doomed us to this fate. You were supposed to let us go. A traitor shielding another traitor. What difference does it make who gave the order? And what kind of king is he, who knows not what his servants do? I can feel that traitor stench upon you. And by the almighty Lord of the Seas, I swear, this day you both shall die. I despise your pity. I care nothing for what Merlin desired. If the will of the Lord of the Seas had bound us, I would hate him too. But I know this. Of all the great figures in Sara's history, he alone wished us well. Gladly I offer your souls to the glory of the Lord, and your flesh to the dwellers of this realm. No one is permitted to enter Lady Nimwa's chambers. I swore to guard her, and I shall keep.
Yeah, you missed a little bit because you weren't here.
I command the full might of Sara.
Yeah, SQ showed up a little bit earlier, but he didn't stay long because he didn't want to see any spoilers. He says he had the stream up, but he wasn't really paying attention to it. Which is understandable. I get that. Okay, okay. I'm done playing nice with this guy. Well, firstly, that, and secondly that, thirdly that. Bring that dude some friends. He looked lonely. You love that 22-pound toddler. They're so much fun at that age. You say that now? Yeah, so do I. I mean, you'd be stuck with her. She's adorable though. Never a dull moment with toddlers in the house. Unless you might actually, unless you might actually eat those and not throw them on the floor. And she doesn't feed those to the dog. She has nice ones on the couch to cuddle with, but she likes the dog blanket. I mean, this is the second boss fight I've done today. This one is a bit tougher than the last one was. Got him though. That took a little while. I think I was supposed to use those. I think I was supposed to use these ballistas on him. Yeah, probably about that ish. Only 4 mana potions I use. And a couple of food. It's nice to know that I have enough stuff to survive whatever. Okay, this is an indoor area.
I've been wondering when you'd find your way here. Your presence has rippled through all of Saras. Wave after wave after wave. It reminds me of something. Someone. From a long time ago. Ever since I was sealed here, yes. I couldn't say how long it's been. Tell me, does the war still rage on? 600 years? Huh. It feels twice as long, to be honest. Still, if you're here, I suppose we won. Though I shudder to imagine the cost. At least the new children of Avalon don't have to live in fear. Tell me, how is life on the surface now? That brings me no joy. Although I must admit that I feel a touch vindicated. I always believed nothing good would come from staying on Avalon. Not after what Merlin and Arthur did to tame the island. To meddle with the laws of nature. There were bound to be consequences. Our ancestors should never have left the homelands. every time I raised it, Red Death was the phrase they used to silence me. And now, it's here anyway. How bitterly ironic. I know all the comings and goings of Saras. I am in every part of these depths, swimming with the floatlings in the Orserid, gathering knowledge with the villagers of Tumbo, watching over Lear in his slumber, gazing into the endless dark of the sea. Tell me, what do you think of my little domain? Do you like it? It is. All I've ever wanted was a peaceful place. To know how it feels. The quiet. The absence of fear. He gave me that. I should be grateful. Yet it still feels like a betrayal. My troubled youth, you mean? And what? Are you wondering if I regret it now? If I feel I'm paying for my stubbornness, my arrogance, getting drunk on my own power? I'm afraid the truth is less dramatic. I was tired. I'd lost hope. And I wanted no part in Merlin and Arthur's vile practices. They stole our future before our lives even had a chance to begin. At least his betrayal gave me time to rest and to build something of my own. Something better than what we left on the surface. Gods, I'm tired of this argument, even after all these years. Merlin said I was too young, that I didn't know the world. And he was right. Of course I didn't. How could I? My world was burning, and I had no hope it would ever stop. I'd had enough suffering, and he wanted me to add to it by lending my power to his abhorrent ideas. He didn't care about the future, only about finding a way to win the war. Did he succeed in the long run? Or has history proven that I was right all along? Aren't you here because the world is on the brink of collapse? It's easy to judge with hindsight. I had no such luxury. Save me? What do you mean? And because of that, he... Am I supposed to be grateful? Thank the great Merlin, wherever he is, for bestowing this honor on us. What kind of logic drove him to that? Everyone died anyway. Just because they didn't rest in peace doesn't mean they're living. I don't understand. If he knew that would happen, why didn't he tell me? No, I don't think I would have. I'd have thought it was a ploy to keep me here. But I wouldn't have left without finding out for myself whether the danger was real. I was young, not an idiot, and people were relying on me. I wouldn't have led them to certain death just to spite Merlin. History does love its circles, I see. Far be it from me to begrudge anyone wanting to leave these miserable shores, but you do know the fleet is bound to me, don't you? You're asking for my life, and for Saras to fall. You don't pull your punches, do you? What I want doesn't really matter here. Saras is bigger than me. But if you truly wish to know, I do not desire death. I'm at peace here already. Yet, I wouldn't mind it either. As you said, I've been alive for a long time. If it were only about me, I wouldn't care either way. But it isn't. It was. The circumstances are different now. What happens on the surface matters little to me. I have my own domain to tend to. Perhaps. Yet this is their home. We are intertwined. Do you think Tumbo's thirst for knowledge came merely from proximity to the archive? Or that the creatures of the Ulcerate feel the need to prove themselves only because of their father? I am them, and they are me. They will survive. Most of them. But they will be untethered. Thank you. I hope you mean that. I never loved Avalon. It gave me life, and then it took everything else. It never felt like home to me. But I know it does for so many. I truly hope things will get better for them one day.
What have you done? This was not meant to be. Saras was meant to be freed, and us along with it. You wanted answers. This is your answer. I curse you, Arthur, for this accursed undeath in this accursed realm. 1,000-fold I curse you. You were meant to free us from this endless agony. If Saras is to remain, then I will make sure you become one with it.
No, she's not his wife. She was Merlin's apprentice. And it seems to me, the way this guy responded to my choice, that he is just throwing a fit because he didn't get his way. He's upset because I didn't do it his way. Oh, he's gonna get an ass kicking for it.
The long-awaited change that Josephus and the other denizens of Saris yearned for never came to pass. Those in the sanctuary went on as they always had, tending to their knowledge, raising the Lord's offspring, hidden from the wider world. The sanctuary drifted on in its quiet bubble, peaceful and undisturbed, steady in its ways.
Oh, that was the DLC anyway. Yeah, that was the end of the DLC. Alright, so I'm gonna save my game because I'm going to live with that choice. Yep, that's the choice I made. Cool, well I wasn't expecting to actually finish the DLC today. I didn't finish the entire game, I just finished the DLC.
Shell named Hiss never inspired my trust, but to suspect him of plotting the death of his own kind. No one could have foreseen that. I know Tumbo followed laws that we, as surface dwellers, could never fully understand. But mass murder in the name of knowledge? I don't think I ever want to understand the mind of that wretched creature. I only hope the people of Tumbo have found peace, and all the knowledge they desired, wherever they now believe themselves to be. Such a terrible loss.
Yeah, Lonnie, I didn't finish the entire game, I just finished the DLC section, so now I'm back in the base game. So I have to still finish the story on the base game. Yeah, I got to keep all my experience and gear and stuff that I got in there. I went from like 36 up to level 50 from that.
Yes, since she was a little girl. Merlin took her in after she lost her parents. He told me she had immense potential, even at a very young age. She learned quickly, so Merlin always kept her close. Even when she barely reached my knee, I had the feeling she didn't like me. Why would it? I condemned her actions during the war, but I never bore a personal grudge against her. She seems content with her existence and the small realm she commands, although I wonder if your visit has made her feel its fragility. Sparing her is what Merlin would have wanted. My only concern is that the fleet remains sealed, denying us a useful asset.
Yeah, I think I got a good ways to go in the game. It's a pretty big game, there's a lot to it.
Indeed. And I stand by my decision. It was the right one at the time. But a fleet is a fleet. Having it back might have proven advantageous. There is no point in dwelling on settled matters. Let us move on. We still have much to do.
Yep, she was an apprentice of Merlin and a friend of Arthur.
Yes, sailing for the homelands was madness. On that I will not waver. Yet the urge was born from her hatred of Avalon, what it took from her and what it was becoming. She judged that the foundations we were laying were rotten. And after all I have seen, I must admit she may not have been entirely wrong. What else could I have done? She ignited a rebellion against her king, and in a time of war. Treason remains treason. The sentence would have been the same. I decided against a public execution, not only to keep her from becoming a martyr, but because I would not force my friend to watch me set a blade to the neck of the girl he called his daughter. I think she blamed me for Merlin's descent into increasingly questionable methods. She idolized him, and, like any daughter, wanted him to be without fault. It was easier to blame my influence than face the fact that Merlin had never been who she believed him to be.
Alrighty, I think that's going to be all for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell if you didn't do all that already. Feel free to check out my links down in the description below. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Hope you all had fun. Hope you all have a great one. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.